Baby, come give me something, oh. Baby, come give me something, oh. Cause I can't stop loving, since I got a taste of your love. Baby, come give me something, oh.
Big Mac Pizza. No one has more swagger in the Foodbeast kitchen than Josh Elkin. He's rolling out his pizza dough, a little sesame seeds across the crust, a little yellow cheese right as the base, beautiful. And then of course you gotta get your ground beef. A little bit of onions, saute that all up together, and when it looks nice and gorgeous, put that right on top of the yellow cheese. Ooh, and a little bit of onions. Okay, once that's cooked a little bit, throw a little bit of shredded cheese on top. Finish it off. Look how beautiful the crust is looking. A little shredded lettuce once it's out, pickles, and then of course, you gotta get your Big Mac sauce. A little bit of ketchup, mustard, mayo, relish. Move that all together. A little bit of vinegar, of course. Boom. Drizzle that on. And then of course, if you guys wanna see Josh compete live on our Foodbeast Kitchen League Twitch, make sure you jump over there and follow us, and we'll notify you when we are live.
I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade orange soda. We start with a ginger bug. First thing you do is chop up some ginger and throw it in a mason jar. Add a half cup of sugar and 2 cups of filtered water. Stir that all up and let it sit on the countertop for a couple of days, and it'll ferment into a beautiful active colony of bacteria that we can use to make soda. Follow me on Twitch to find out how all this sorcery works.
Foodbeast told me to put together a recipe using top ramen, but I prefer fresh ingredients, so I'm gonna make fresh instant ramen noodles. First thing you do is get your ramen noodles. I had a pack or 2 on deck. Every fresh noodle recipe starts with flour, not this stuff. We're gonna make our own. Grind up the instant ramen noodles and mix it with water. Let that sit for half an hour. We need it fully hydrated. Okay, that looks good. Now shape it into a rectangle and run it through the pasta roller. Cut the sheets into noodle shapes and wind them up into a little bird's nest for some reason. This next part should be familiar. Boil the noodles, only for like 30 seconds though, remember, these are fresh noodles. Drop them in a bowl with some of the pasta water and add the top ramen seasoning, and there you go. The longest, most ridiculous, time-consuming way to make instant ramen. But let's be honest, you don't have anything else to do now that you finished Tiger King.
You know it's true.
This is a Jollibee Chicken Joy pizza. Okay, so back in the good old days of pre-quarantine, fellow Foodbeast Kitchen League judge Chris had a brilliant idea to throw a pizza party at his place. He said, come through, bring some ingredients for toppings, the weirder, the better. So what I came through with some Jollibee Chicken Joy, and we made pizzas, which brings us to this recipe. You start with their base of signature gravy, and then it's gotta be cheesy, so bless it with some mozz. Next, we topped it with chopped up crispy chicken dippers. Then, it's the side dish's turn as we top the pizza with corn and adobo fried rice. Now let that beauty bake for a little, and when done, hit it with some green onion for a splash of color, because it's gotta look photo shoot fresh. Oh, and if your grand finale ain't taking a slice for a glorious gravy dip, then we cannot be friends.
Day 6, banana pancake 2-ingredient experiment. Super easy, little behind the back untying of the bananas. Let's go. Okay, ground cinnamon, special guest for today. Oh no, it sounds like the bananas are dying. Okay, that's enough of that. That's what you want it to look like. Little fluff, little bubbles. Keep it together by going around the sides like that. When it's done, put it on a plate. The yield is like 3 pancakes, strawberries, and then remember when I said I was running out of syrup, and I really did run out of syrup, so I'm now going to make an espresso monster syrup. It's super easy. Just let it simmer in a saucepan on medium heat, and it turns into syrup. Coffee syrup. It's really rather delicious. Strawberries. Oh yeah, let's give it a taste. And okay, we are still in this bad boy. Doritos Locos Queso-RITO. Big time. We're in the Foodbeast kitchen again with Josh Elkin, dicing up a little onion, ground beef, taco seasoning. Here's the pro move. It's a quesadilla as the wrap for the burrito. Little Mexican rice, ground beef, Fritos, sour cream, little nacho cheese for glue, and roll this guy up. Eggs for the batter, soak that, chop up some Doritos, that's your crust, fry it up. Pull it out, chop that bad boy in half. Show the world what you're working with. This thing is so good. A little more nacho cheese for decor, because why not? A little seasoned fries. Boom. There you have it. It's a Doritos Locos Taco Crusted Queso-Rito. Come kick it with us live on Twitch, y'all. Big Mac tacos. We're in the kitchen today with Josh Elkin. He's showing us how to make these Big Mac tacos. Super easy. Let's start with the sauce. Mayo, mustard, vinegar, onion powder, garlic powder. Whip that bad boy up. Don't forget the relish. Boom! That's ground beef. Super easy. Just chop up some onions, throw that in there. Let it sizzle, get all beautiful. Move it around until everything's cooked. Flatten out a sesame seed bun. You can use a taco tray like Josh uses, but if you don't have that, just hang them upside down in an oven rack for a little bit. Throw some cheese in there. Yellow cheese. Let's get it. Okay, a little pickle, never hurt nobody. Lettuce. Ground beef, all smoky and beautiful. Nice fingers, Josh. A little bit of onion. And then this guy, this MacGyver, put that sauce into a squeeze tube. Let's go. If you like that, you should hang out with us live on Twitch. Spicy peanut butter pepper ramen, guaranteed blow your taste lids right off your face. Very easy to make. Throw some top ramen in some boiling water. I don't leave it in too long. I like it more al dente. So I'm gonna work on my sauce. Just peanut butter, whatever you got on deck, throw that in there. A little soy sauce will bring things together. And then the ultimate power move, Szechuan peppercorn. I got this off Amazon, but you can get it at a local Asian grocery store. Super easy. Chili sauce. And then, gotta get those noodles out. Al dente is how I like it. And so after you mix that sauce, you just pour it all over your noodles. And then once you got that going, you want to take a little bit of the broth that you have from the ramen and pour that in there. You want it wet, but not too wet. And throw a little green onion and for tossing, and it's just going to be beautiful. A little chili sauce and sit down with your friend. Hey, Binky. And guaranteed this is the best thing I've ever made. Let's go.
So for lunch, I couldn't decide if I wanted cup noodles or Mexican elote, so I decided to combine them both into one. I started by melting some butter in a pan, and then I just added handfuls and handfuls of mozzarella cheese. I kept mixing it with some milk so that it would thin out a little bit, and then eventually it looked like this. Then I added a full can of corn and mixed that all in. This is what I'm going to add on top of my instant ramen later. I just used cup noodles because it's super easy, and then I drained it and added the ramen noodles into a bowl. You're going to add some scoops of mayonnaise to your noodles as well as some lime juice. I also added a ton of hot sauce because I like it. After you mix that all up, it's time to add your cheesy corn on top. Then I just topped it how I would normally top my elote with some cheese and of course the tahini. And there you go. It's done, it's completed, and it looks marvelous. You're all very welcome for this blessing. This might be like my greatest contribution to society yet.
Good morning, folks. It's your friendly neighborhood Foodbeast, Chris. And today, I'm going to cook up some of your favorite diner classics, but with a little fermented twist. Let me show you what I got going on. For breakfast, we got sourdough pancakes with fermented blueberries. Look at that bag. That was vacuum sealed a week ago. A lot of activity.
Chris, what? Oh my gosh.
Crush it. I'm just... Yeah. Maybe some... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm going to show you guys how I make these super duper fluffy omelets using pancake mix. In a bowl, you're going to add the 2 eggs, a tablespoon of the pancake mix, some salt and pepper for seasoning, and a tablespoon of milk. Mix until it's all well combined. This might take a few minutes, so just stare off into the distance and disassociate for a little bit and think about the ongoing pandemic that's happening and how everything is out of your control and how you keep telling yourself that everything's fine, but nothing is fine. Anyways, back to cooking. Turn on your stove to a medium-low heat. Add a tablespoon of butter. Once that's melted, go ahead and add in your mixture. And bam! Add your fillings. I'm using Oaxacan cheese, some shredded pepper jack, and then I realized I wasn't eating enough vegetables, so I added some diced tomatoes. You can start to flip over the sides to make it into that omelet shape. Add whatever toppings you want. And I added some slices of avocado and crushed red pepper flakes, and voila! She's beautiful. She's thick. She's super fluffy.
I was running out of green onions, so I asked Costa, can I turn the ends of my green onions into more green onions? He's like, yeah, man, just fill a jar full of water, drop the bulbs at the bottom, just the bulbs underneath the water, leave them for a few days somewhere where the sun sees, and come back. You'll have new green onions, so we'll see if Costa's right. Question with all this coronavirus stuff, is it safe to order food from takeout or delivery?
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the food. Restaurants are doing all of their hygiene stuff. Coronavirus destroys pretty easily in heat or from disinfectant, stuff like that. The concern is going to be person-to-person contact as always. So make sure to limit that. Contactless delivery, curbside pickups, things like that should be good. Also, just getting the food out of takeout containers because the coronavirus can stay on those surfaces for longer. Put it on separate plates, things like that. As long as you're practicing good sanitation, good hygiene, things like that, when ordering food, you'll be totally okay.
Okay, so it's...
Other types of the coronavirus normally don't transfer via food. I mean, this one is still being researched. We're still getting up-to-the-date, results on this stuff. So if that changes, we'll hear about it.
Cool. Costa.
Hi, Eli.
Question for you. Who invented pasta?
China.
What?
Yeah, they've been eating noodles and pasta since 3000 BC, and it was Marco Polo who brought noodles from China to Italy.
Bruh, are you looking at Google or something?
Nah, dude, I'm staring straight at you.